Hey loves, and welcome back to my channel. It's Ijoma here, and in today's video we're going to learn how to make this type of bustier, this skin net bustier with a bra cup. Now these are the materials that I have here, and that particular dress that I showed you has a cut together sleeve. Like the yoke is a cut together yoke, it is an off shoulder yoke. Like the sleeve and the shoulder are cut together. Now I have my skin net, I have my bra cup. This is the bra cup that I'll be using. It is a round bra cup. This is for ready to wear most of the time. This is what I'll be using, and I love it so much. If I'm making a strapless dress, this is what I usually add to it so that I cannot wear bra with it. Now I also have my lace, and for the down part of this dress I'm going to be doing a lace placement. I have a class on lace placements. I have a detailed tutorial, a detailed online class on lace placement, because this fabric is too beaded. So I'll cut on my doll face first of all, then later I'll place my lace. Now I'll take out my half length 16 and I'll mark from my shoulder to hip 27. Shoulder to full length is 35 plus 2 inches for seam allowance. Now after doing this, I'll go ahead and take my hip measurement divided by 4. The hip is 41 divided by 4, that is 10.25 plus 2 inches seam allowance. At my knee, I will take out 8 inches from that 41. Her hip is 41 minus 8, that will be 33. Then I will divide the 33 by 4, and whatever I have I will mark it there. Then at the waistline, her waist is 30 inches. I will take out a few inches because this time around I cannot snatch it too much because we are using a net. So I'll take out a few inches and I will divide it by 4 plus 2 inches seam allowance. Now this is a short dress. The dress I'm making is just a short dress. It is for a bride, for her after party or whatever. The picture you saw on my thumbnail, I'm not done with that dress. I'll still add so many things to that particular dress. Now I'll connect from my waist to hip and to the full length, and after cutting this out I will cut out my back. And this particular dress will have a zipper at the back, so I'll cut out the back, and after cutting out the back I'll have to cut out a lining for my front and the back. The skirt part will have a lining, and I want to use this doll face as the lining also. I want to use my doll face as the lining. So after cutting my doll face for the men lace, I will also cut out a lining for it. Now this is the back. I have placed the front on the back, and I'll go ahead and add like 2 inches for zipper allowance, and I will cut out. Now after cutting this out, I'll cut out another lining. I told you guys I'll cut out lining, and I'll cut out the lace. am done cutting out my lining and my lace, and I'll keep my lace aside. I said I'll do lace placement. I'll keep my lace aside and I'll go ahead and sew my doll face the normal way we sew our skirt. I'll sew my doll face. Now I have my paper for the top. I have my bust points 10, under bust 13, half length 16, and 2 inches for seam allowance. After connecting, I'll go ahead and label these lines. I have my chest line, I have my bust points, I have my under bust, I have my half length, and I have my allowance. I like adding up to 2 inches for my allowance in case. Now for the shoulder, I will mark 16 inches for the normal shoulder, and I will connect a straight line for the armhole, just like the way we will mark our normal shoulder with armhole. I will connect from my shoulders to my chest line. Then I'll also go ahead and mark 3 inches for the neckline, the neck width 3 by 3. I don't want it to be more than this because I'm working with a net, and net can be stretchy, so I made it 3 by 3, 3 for the width, 3 for the depth. Then if you want, you can add a shoulder slant to this, but for now let me leave it. So from the shoulder, I will extend this paper by 3 because I want it to have a little sleeve, like a cap sleeve, and I want everything to be cut together. Then from that 3 inches extension, you come down by 2 inches and you will connect from your neckline to that 2 inches. You can see how curvy that area is, and then from there you will curve it back to your armhole. So this is what you will have after cutting, like your yoke will be off your shoulder. Then right now I will mark my dart. I'm adding a normal dart to this. You can sew it without a dart, but for me, in order to be on a safer side, I am adding darts to it. So I'll go ahead and add my darts. After adding my darts, I will take my body measurements and I will also replace my dart. So I took out 1 inch dart. I have 2 inches dart. Unlike the normal dart, you do half an inch on both sides. I did 1 so that the dart will pick very well. Then I will divide my waist by 4 plus extra 2 for my darts. And I did not add any allowance. I am not adding any allowance to my net area because net is stretchy already, so I'm not adding any allowance to it. Just go ahead and cut out without adding any allowance. If I am cutting out, the only place that I'll add allowance is only at the shoulder area, because I will join the front shoulder and the back shoulder, then the armhole area. Then using these fronts, I will cut out my back. The only difference between the front and the back will be the neckline. The neckline of the back will be 1.5, and then you also add your zipper allowance. After adding the zipper allowance, remember to take out 1 inch from your waistline so that your net will not be bulging at the back. Like, take your zipper bulge so that it will not be bulging at the back. Also remember to mark this dart. Remember to notch this particular dart. So right now I have my front and my back. The next thing that I'm going to do now is to close the zipper allowance for the main fabric separately. That is for the skirt. Close it separately. Then you also close the back of the lining separately. I'm doing in-seam finishing this time around. Like, I'm shaping my main fabric separately and I'm shaping my lining separately. Now this is the net that I'll be using, and this net does not match the shade of the person that I want to make this outfit for. So what I did was that I had to combine 2 nets. So this one is like on the lighter side. After cutting it out, I had to cut out a darker net so that if I mix the 2 of them, they will balance. And now I am cutting like 3 pieces of this net, 3 pieces. After doing that, I went ahead to like combine all of them. The lighter one is 2 pieces, while the dark one is 1. Like, I will place 2 of the light one and I will place 1 of the darker one so that I can get the shade of the person that I want. So now I am done cutting out the lighter shade for the front. I'll also go ahead and cut the darker shade for the front. You can see I'll just go ahead and place the light one on this one. You can see that the one on top is lighter, the one below is darker. So after cutting it, I'll just go ahead and combine the 2 of them. Now I am done cutting the front. I'll go ahead and do the same thing to the back. I'm trying to notch my dart. After doing this, I'll repeat the same thing at the back. So now I am done cutting out all of them. You can see the dark one. I'll go ahead and place the lighter one on it, and it is giving me a different kind of shade. Somehow it will match the shade of the person that I'm making this for, because sometimes you can't find the perfect shade in one net. So sometimes you just have to combine, get a darker one, get a lighter one, combine the two of them, and you will get the shade you want. So now I am done closing the zipper allowance for the lining. I'll go ahead and shape my main fabric. I'll go ahead and shape the front and the back for the main fabric. Now I'll also shape the second one, like front and back for the lining. You will shape the skirts for the lining separately. You will shape the skirts for the main fabric separately. And I told you guys that I'm not adding my lace. I am doing lace placements. I don't know if you know about lace placement. That is the method of adding lace to a finished skirt. Like you sew your skirt and everything you want, then at the end of the day you place your lace. So after marking my measurements, I'll go ahead and shape. Now I am done turning my skin net. You can see I am done turning the armhole and the neckline, just armhole and neckline, because we are not adding a sleeve. It is just armhole and neckline. Then the rest of the skin net, you run a stitch around it. This one is for the back and this is for the front. So I'm done turning the neckline and the armhole. After doing that, I will notch my dart. Remember to notch your dart, and I am adding dart to only the front of this particular net. The back, I will not add any darts to it. I will take out my darts from the zipper allowance area. Like, I'll take out the darts from the zipper allowance area. I don't want my back to have any darts, because the style that I'm making for my clients, the back of this dress is open. You don't really need to place trimmings on it. So in order to avoid people seeing the dart line at the back, I had to take out my darts from the zipper allowance. Now I am done adding my darts to the front, only to the front, and I'll go ahead and shape the front and the back. This net that I have here is 3 layers. If you want to make your own 4 layers, you can, but it is looking nice, and it is strong. As you're looking at it, it is strong. So now I'll go ahead and join them at the shoulder first of all. After shaping at the shoulder, I'll also shape the sides. Now I am done shaping the shoulder and the sides, and I have ironed. The next thing I'm going to do now is to attach this top to the skirt. If you want, you can add your bra cup before adding it to the skirt. So this is my bra cup, and I am placing my bra cup. And if you place, you will get your tape and measure. Make sure that this bra cup stopped at the underbust, and make sure that that line, like the nipple to nipple, aligns before you pin. So I have measured the nipple to nipple, it is okay. I have measured my underbust is in place. I'll go ahead and check. Net is stretched, so I stretched it to make sure that the bra cup did not shift too much, and I think I'm okay with what I have right now. I am done fixing my bra cup. I will still tack it down, but before I do that, I will trim down the center back of my bustier, like this skin net. I will trim down the center back. Like, I will reduce my back half length. You can see I'm trying to make the half length of the back shorter. That is what I normally do, so that when I fix my zipper, it will not be folding at the back. Like, if my front half length is 18, I'll make the front 17. So I'll make the back 17, sorry. So now the front half length is 16, but the back is around 15. It is shorter. So right now, I'll go ahead and join to my main fabric, like to the lining of the main fabric. But before I do that, I'll take my body measurements. If the measurements are okay, I will open my zipper allowance, because I said that I'm doing inseam finishing, and now the top of this dress does not have a lining, so I'm trying to hide that net in between the two lining of the skirt. So I'll open my zipper allowance. And after opening the zipper allowance, I will attach it to the main lining. Now I'm done attaching it to the main lining. I'll get the second lining, because this is a lace. You're making a lace, right? So this is the lining that I'm going to use to turn the dress. So after attaching my bustier to my waistline of the main lining, I will get the inner lining. This one is the inner lining, and I will use it to cover the half length. I will sew it so that net will be in between two of them. After sewing the top, I'll also close the down part. Then you can do normal French seam around the zipper allowance. Close the half length, close the full length. Now this is what I have at the end of the day, and if you can see, as you can see, the only open place here now is my zipper allowance. So if I want to weave it, I can go ahead and weave it or overlocking, but I had to close it with a stitch. But if you want to weave, you can just weave, because the main reason why I'm doing this is that this back part is the only place that I can amend these clothes from. I have done inseam finishing to the sides, so this back is the only place that I can amend these clothes from. So I don't want to do French finishing for it. So after doing that, I'll just go ahead and stitch it down to make it neat. So after stitching, this is what I have. I have also ironed. Next thing that I'm going to do is to close the zipper allowance. I'll go ahead and close the zipper allowance of this, and this dress is really looking neat. I like the way it is. I will place the two of them this way, and I will close my zipper allowance. This dress is a very short dress, so I will not be adding a slit to it. There is no point adding a slit to the dress. So now I will go ahead and close my zipper, and after closing the zipper I will start my lace placements. Sorry, I will not be doing the lace placements tutorial here. It is too much, like it is too long. I have a dedicated online class on how to do these lace placements. Then I'll keep my lace aside and I'll close my zipper allowance first of all. After closing my zipper allowance, I will also add my zipper. So after doing that, someone can help me fit the dress before I continue my lace placement. So now I'm done closing my zipper and I have fixed my zipper. This is what I have. It is really looking nice. I still have some areas to close on my lace placements, but that will be later after my clients must have fitted the outfit. For now, this net is really looking nice and I love the way it is. Then the next thing that we are going to do now is to cut our trimming. So this is the trimming that the client brought, but I am not too satisfied with this trimming. I'll buy more and I'll buy some beading. I'll use it to decorate the dress the way I want. So I'm trying to like pieces the trimmings to get the desired shape that I want. After doing that, I'll start fixing it on my dress. So I'll put my dress on a dress form first of all before I'll start pinning. now I am still pinning. It is up to you. I like doing my pinning first of all. After pinning, you will check your dress. If you have any more design to add to it, you can as well go ahead and add those. So as I'm doing it, I was just with my students because they actually make the job easy for me. So right now, after doing this, you can either decide to tack or use a candle gum. It is up to you, but I'll do the tacking. I want to do tacking. Now this is the back of this. I don't want to trim down this zipper allowance until my client fits her dress. So for now, this is how I'm arranging the trimmings at the back. I have to pieces say I'll still buy more. This is not really okay for me. I'll go ahead and design and embellish this dress. So if you guys want to see how I tacked down my embellishment and how I added more embellishment, you can let me know, so that when making that, I can as well film it for you guys so that I can see how to add and how to tack on a skin neck. Some people will actually choose to use glue. If you want to use a glue, it is still okay. So this is where we are going to be stopping for today, and registration for our online classes is ongoing. Registration for our physical training in our fashion school is ongoing. I am in Enugu. If you want to register in our fashion school, you can just hit me up on WhatsApp. I'll drop my WhatsApp number. You can hit me up and I'll direct you on how to register. Do not forget to subscribe and click on notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video, you will be notified. So thank you guys so much for always watching and always supporting my channel. I appreciate. God bless you all so much. Bye.